All right, Brownie, we're gonna make some Namyu sauce, okay? What do you think? I've been listening to a lot of health and longevity podcasts, and it all leads to plant-based diet. So what is one of the most famous Chinese vegetarian dish? Namyu齋, red bean curd vegetable stew. And what is red bean curd? What is lambu? Let's go find out. So I'm at Kowloon Soy Company, and this is the place where I can find authentic Hong Kong-made lambu. So I have 黃生 Mr. Wong， 你早晨早晨。OK， 咁其實咧我就想問下，究竟乜嘢係南乳咧？
南乳咧就愛嚟煮餸咧多，咁啊北方人都有咧愛嚟南乳嚟餸飯嘅，但係南方人咧就多數愛嚟煮餸嘅多。有啲人咧紅腐乳咧就愛嚟咧就煮齋，因為佢煮到嚟紅紅地色就比較好睇啲啦，同埋咧個味道就比較濃一啲，就咁樣。呢啲我哋而家剛剛嘅南乳咧係咁樣畢出嚟賣㗎啦，一件一件咁樣賣，或者一樽樽賣啦，啊，係好香㗎！我哋啲南乳。
OK， 總共幾多錢？
嗱，呢個生抽咧就66，
係
麻油40，南乳34，加埋就140蚊。
OK， 100，啱啱好啊！
係好，多謝多謝。
Let's go get vegetables. One of the main ingredients in Namyu Zai is the bean curd items. So we have bean curd cheese, the tofu pork, which is deep fried tofu, because it soaks up all the flavor. So we got 粉絲，跟住木耳啦 wood ear, and then snow fungus. So these are all really good to soak up all the flavor as well. So, you know, for vegetarian dish, we're not allowed to use any kind of fragrant vegetables. So garlic, onion is a no-no in this dish. Chinese cabbage. Oh, I love the texture of bamboo, so let's get some. Mushroom, cabbage, and oh, 我仲要，哎呀，蘿蔔唔緊要，我屋企有。Okay, yeah, so this is all I need. Let's go!
Another important ingredient is soy sauce. I had the chance to visit Xiuhing Chinese company, and Mr. Wong showed us how traditional soy sauce is made.
I want to try. Salty, but you can taste. 有嗰個豆，
有麵粉，
跟麵粉，
麵粉
跟住咧
發酵，
就去嗰度發酵完啦，發酵咗2個月啦，咁然之後咧
收血，又抽啲豉油出嚟，咁我哋煮咯，我哋煮。
唔係啊，咁你但係點解又會有水嘅？你係咩時間擺水落去啊？
咩啦？就係發完酵，
係
麵粉同黃豆發酵之後，就倒水落去咯。
就倒啲鹽水落去。
倒鹽水落去啦。
The reason I decided to have these series of videos is the older I get, I feel like I'm more Chinese and I really want to learn more about my roots. In my 20s and 30s, I was in the US. I lived there. When I moved back to Hong Kong, I slowly appreciate the culture. The more food I try, I realize there's a lot of history behind it, and a lot of recipes are very difficult to make that even my mom wouldn't make it anymore. So it just makes me feel like I should archive all those recipes and to help spread it to the next generation. So today, my special guest is Brownie. A lot of you have seen her in my video, so I would formally introduce her. She is my almost 7-year-old toy poodle. I actually want her to live a longer life as well. So in a way, it will be interesting to see what kind of vegetables she eats, but she likes carrots. Yeah. So Brownie, you have been always watching me cook on the floor, and today you have a bird's eye view. So let's get cooking. Buddhists eat 南乳齋煲 during the 1st and 15th of each month, and especially during Chinese New Year. The Buddhist tradition pays respect to the Buddha and generate good karma twice a month by not killing animals. I remember my grandma would buy these long cabbage and hang them for a few days before Chinese New Year. Then on New Year's Eve, they will make a big pot of this dish and we'll be eating it for 2 to 3 days. This is probably one of the vegetarian dish that I always will go back for seconds. All right, Brownie, we're gonna make some Namyu sauce, okay? Namyu is made with a special kind of red fermented rice, along with rich Xiuhing Chinese wine and tofu, fermented over 6 months to make this special flavor. There's another name for 南乳齋煲. It's also called 溫公齋煲. In the Song Dynasty, a high government official went to the temple and tasted this dish made with this fermented tofu. He was so impressed by this dish and he asked the chef in the kitchen to upgrade the ingredient and serve it to the emperor. The emperor loved it so much and named this dish after him. Therefore, it's called 溫公齋煲. See? It's still chunky a little bit, but it's okay. So the trick of this dish, if you want your stew to be non-soggy and non-watery, the first thing you need to do is blanch everything. It will create a much more thick consistency. In a large wok, prepare some boiling water and a dash of salt. Start with all the vegetables and blanch each vegetables for about 2 minutes until water comes to a boil. The shrooms is important to give it a boil because it removes all the fishy mushroom flavor and also some extra sand that are trapped inside the mushroom. So a lot of the tofu items are deep fried, so we want to make sure to get all that oil out. Then now we're gonna do the cooking. I'm gonna take out one broth for brownie stew. Remove water from the wok and heat wok to a low-medium heat. Add a couple tablespoons of oil and saute diced ginger. In a low heat, we're gonna put the sauce in there. All right, so now it's a little bit gooey like this. We're gonna start adding our ingredients. I want to usually start with the mushrooms. And then I put the fungus, the snow fungus. So this is the opportunity when it soaks up all the flavor. Another trick for this dish to be tasty is the next day. The leftover, you cook it again the next day, you add a little bit more fresh veggie into it. Then I would add in the other tofu item. Add carrots, bamboo shoot, cook for another 2 minutes. Reduce heat and let it cook for about 15 to 20 minutes until tofu sheets are tender. My darling. Now we're gonna make the sauce, the essence of the dish. So we have the leftover bowl of the Namyu sauce, right? We're gonna put some water in there and then we add some soy sauce. This is from Guangdong. So this is the third press and it's actually much more pungent. So, and it gives great color. Then we have some vegetarian oyster sauce. Then we have a little bit of sugar. Always have a little bit of sugar to even out the flavor profile. Last but not least, we have cornstarch. You like cornstarch? Cornstarch for thickening, to thicken the sauce. Now we're gonna mix this together. And at the end of this dish, we will put into the sauce, and then it gives that glazy, beautiful, glossy feeling to the dish. I'm also going to add about a teaspoon of the Chinese wine. Chinese wine always gives a nice flavor. As you can see, it's still relatively dry, which is exactly what I want. Not too wet. At this time, I will also add the napa veggie in it. Are you getting hungry? Add vermicelli to soak up all the sauce and give it a thorough stir. A little bit thick, but not gooey thick. So a little bit more sauce. All right, I think it's pretty good. As you can see, it's wet, but not watery. Cool. All right, let's dish it up. This dish should not be soupy. A thick sauce is what you're looking for. Serve hot or leave it overnight to serve hot next day. All right, we're gonna try what lambu tastes like.
Very unique taste, very distinct taste.
Well, the saltiness does remind me of Vegemite a little bit. Yeah, like a yogurt version of Vegemite.
Definitely has that stinky tofu taste. Yeah, you wanna try? Here, you can eat. Okay. Okay. What cocktail would you compare this to? Dirty martini?
So when you mix it with all the ingredients, the namyu is actually not that strong anymore.
I think it's very well balanced.
I love the cabbage combo because cabbage is sweet and this dish is quite savory, so it definitely gives that savory sweet kind of mixture to it.
It's not like super difficult. It's actually quite straightforward.
I could eat a lot of this.
I would say I would put this in the leftover cold pizza category. So this is my Chinese take. Hey, and it's vegetarian, it's plant-based, quite healthy. Is it good? She likes it. What do you think about the flavor? Definitely has crunch, huh? Oh, the cabbage. From never making this dish to making it 3 times now, it is by far the easiest dish that I have made. And nutritional value-wise, I can definitely eat all this whole plate without feeling too guilty. And I got you to come cook with me today. All right, Barney, thank you so much for hanging out with us. And I didn't realize you eat all these vegetables. We're definitely gonna make more plant-based diet for you and I. But you know what? If Brownie can make it, so can you. On this note, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.